Yes, he's working on this crappy swooping in Casanova energy because he wants to be the divine feminine that he's supposed to be, okay? He wants to start off small. But this is going to lead to this, okay? He's going to step up from a page to a knight. But the knight, again, he's going to step up to the next step as a knight, which is going to be the Knight of Pentacles, but then also the Knight of Cups, right? But look, our guides have us on this. They have our backs when it comes to this wish coming true, okay? They have our backs with this. They always have, always have. That's why we always see temperance in our readings when it comes to the twins. Always, always. He's just getting his money together because he wants to be able to have an equal give and take, okay? But, he is, even though there's still some, battle to be fought, he's starting to come out of the anxiety when he thinks about union. He's starting to come out. I mean, I believe in the past. I believe in the past that it probably scared the shit out of him when he thought about, union. But I feel like he's starting to come out of that energy, okay? I feel like he's starting to come out of it. So that's good. That's a good thing, right? So I really like that. I really like that. Now, I did pull a couple of oracles, all right? So I have a deck here that I hardly ever use. It's this one here, the Full Moon Oracle. And this one is one of those decks that that's like the playing cards, okay? So anyways, so the first card that came out was this Seven of Spades, okay? So the Seven of Spades says, may warn of sorrow or portend a glorious victory, depending on context and transmuting power of surrounding cards. A seven of diamonds touching it indicates an uplifting outcome. So the next card wasn't exactly a seven of diamonds. However, it does say, that, check the surrounding cards to kind of tell what, if it's an uplifting outcome. So then the next card was fortune and luck. And it says, use bordering cards to determine what kind of luck to expect and gain clarity into potential opportunities. Well, first of all, this whole reading is about union, right? So when it tells me to use bordering cards to determine what kind of luck to expect and gain clarity into potential opportunities, well, that means what? That means this whole reading, which is all about union, right? And then, I mean, this card saying, that it could be sorrow or a glorious victory, depending on the context. So, it says to go to the next card to figure that out. So I went to the next card to figure it out, and this is about luck and fortune. So, again, the Seven of Spades doesn't necessarily have to be something bad. It could be health condition or about a glorious victory. You just have to, that's why I don't use this deck so much, is because a lot of these will tell you to look at the surrounding cards. And it's like, I don't want to look at the surrounding cards. Just tell me what the card means. But I'm following the instructions, okay? I'm following the instructions. It's telling me, depending on the context and transmuting power of the surrounding card. Okay, so that means that the transmuting context of the card next to it says luck and fortune. This one also says use bordering cards to determine what kind of luck. Okay, so then the next card is good news or a young male or female. Well, we know it's not a young male or female, 18, whatever, okay? It's good news because, see, like these cards, they have two meanings, all right? So you have to... That's why I don't use this deck so much. But I used it anyways. I used it anyways. Either way, it doesn't matter. When you start off from this card that tells you to check the surrounding cards. We do have luck and fortune, and then we do have good news, okay? Again, this has two different meanings. This could mean either good news or something about a young male or female under 18. That does not resonate with me, but the good news does, because it's sitting next to the good fortune, right? And then this one also is talking about a glorious victory. A glorious victory, as long as the other two cards or the surrounding cards are good cards, which they are. So, that means that, yes, a glorious victory, luck and fortune, good news. All right. So either way, they're all saying that, yes, there's going to be a glorious victory, there's going to be good news, and there's going to be good fortune with union. Okay. That's why I don't use that deck too much, because it's a little confusing. I really need to sit with this deck and really learn it. What I need to do is I need to start learning this deck, because these two decks are the same. They're the playing cards, right? They're the playing card versions, which I'm still trying to learn. Okay, so anyways, I did have some other cards that I pulled for him. So we had focus on success. Okay, so when it comes to union, the divine masculine, okay, he needs to focus on the success. Okay, he needs to focus on that. If he can focus on that, then, he's going to win this battle, okay? He's going to persevere, okay? So he needs to focus. He needs to put his focus onto it, okay? Then the next card was accept what is dying, okay? He needs to accept what is dying. He already knows that he is with the karmic only because of the pentacles, only for the foundation. And even the foundation is not good from what we've seen in past readings. The foundation is not good. His heart is not happy. He may be somewhere because it's comfortable, but he's damn sure not happy, because that's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling when you're in a situation and your heart is not there. He has to accept what is dying. And then he had forgive and forget. So here's the thing. First of all, he needs to forgive and forget his behaviors, okay? Because this is a big problem between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This is the biggest problem right here. Swooping in, with all this hot and heavy energy, engaging in sexual activities with her, and then just, flying by, just getting ghost, that has to end. He has got to stop doing that, and he has to get out of this three-party situation. He needs to become the divine masculine that he is. Okay, so he needs to forgive and forget, or he needs to forget about that and then forgive it. Okay, he needs to do that for himself. Then he needs to do this between him and his feminine. And then he needs to do it between him and the karmic, okay? Because when he does finally decide to leave this situation, it's not like he's going to walk away from it without regret, okay? That's not going to happen, right? He is going to feel bad for it, okay? He's going to have to learn how to forgive and forget, the actions that he does take, okay? He's going to have to. In fact, let's see. Let me get the book on this. I want to read it. And once again, we have one of these decks that doesn't have... Okay, good. Here it goes. All right. So it says, you are feeling wounded from betrayals in the recent or distant past. You are walled off from others on a deep and intimate level as a means of self-protection. Yes, absolutely. Do you insist that you need nothing and are completely independent? Well, get ready for change. Life is now shifting in such a way that you must open up and connect more intimately with others in order to move forward. On a soul level, all present struggles point to the fact that it's time to knock down the barriers and keep you from fully receiving the support of others. The divine energy is calling you to find enough self-esteem and self-love within to accept help from others. It's an inside job and the one you're now assigned to. Begin by forgiving and forgetting all that has hurt you in the past or caused you to doubt your lovability. Acknowledge that hurt and disappointment are inevitable. Oh Lord, I can't even read today. Acknowledge that hurt and disappointment are inevitable parts of our human learning experience. No matter how painful, the real injury was not that someone didn't cherish you, but that someone failed to love you as you wanted and needed to be loved. Absolutely. And that's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, so one more time, no matter how painful, the real injury was not that someone didn't cherish you, but that someone failed to love you as you wanted and needed to be loved. Humans make mistakes. Divine energy within forgives them. Your divine invitation. The divine invitation is forgive and forget the past. You survived. You learned, hopefully. And now it's time for you to move on and love yourself fully. Start by appreciating who you really are as a child of God. Acknowledge what's lovable about you and accept the truth of your divinity. It's only the beginning. And I said this the other day. I said he needed to start trusting in himself. He needed to start trusting in his feminine, and he needed to start trusting in the connection. Okay? And really, that's what that is saying. The reason why he has these problems, with this karmic, okay, is because there is a sense in this relationship with the karmic that he's missing. There's something missing, okay? There's a sense of love that's missing from this relationship, but really and truly, it's not from her, okay? It's not from her. In a lot of cases, yes, but it has to start with him loving himself, okay? It has to start with him loving himself. But the reason why he's been unable to do that is because he hasn't been able to forgive and forget, because listen, if you think for 1 second that this energy, okay, if you think that this energy was just between you and him and the karmic, you're wrong, okay? Because this energy doesn't just come in. This is an energy that a lot of men, if they have that kind of energy, they've done it all their lives. Okay? They've done it all their life. So that's just how they were all of their life. So therefore, they've never had to be divine. Okay? They've never had to put this kind of energy to the side, right? They've never had to do it. So, and the reason why is because they never took a good hard look in the mirror, and they never forgave, and they never forgot or forgave themselves. Okay, so it has to start with him forgiving himself. Okay, it does, and then once he can do that, all right, then he'll be able to really take a good hard look at this situation, okay? So it starts with him loving himself. But I feel like he's well on his way, okay? But here's the reason why. It's because of this. Because if it wasn't for temperance, then you can bet your ass that he would stay in this energy. But the only reason why he's not is because he is called to be a divine masculine. And because the angels and guides are guiding this connection. It's the only reason why. And it's with that that he will be able to see where he's gone wrong. And he will be able to see. Because if you think that our guides and our angels are not going to put this message in his mind, then you don't believe in this connection. I'm sorry. But that's where it all comes from. Who else is going to put this in his head? Who else? Who else? If he's not talking to us, you know, and if the karmic damn sure isn't telling him this information, then where else is he going to get it from? There's only one other place, and that's from the divine. That's why this oracle is called the Divine Energy Oracle, okay? This is from the divine. This is who's putting this information in his head so that he can focus on success and let him accept what is dying. So, and that's 48 minutes. That's a lot. Dang it, that means this is going to be 2 parts. Darn it. Anyways, that's the reading, guys. I hope that, you know, I hope that gives you some encouragement. And let me know, okay? Let me know. Let me know what you think about that, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have questions, I have answers. Bye.